They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Texas Tech Red Raiders, Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Oregon State Beavers, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Red Raiders will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Durant. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Beavers offense will come out first. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, they can get TFLs, get sacks. It's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
Got some of the work done on first down. Let's see what they have on second down. Looking for a man. It's Murphy. Quickly to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
They go to the ground. Turning on the Jets. It's a fumble on the play. Defense trying to take it back.
And, man, he got the first down, and I know all you probably say, hey, slide, get down, don't take the hit, don't fumble. That guy's thinking touchdown. He's thinking I can break these tackles and try to make a play. Tried to make a play, got held up, coughed up the football, defense recovers. Man, that's a big blow for the offense.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Red Raiders can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Wide open downfield. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs.
Nice throw, nice catch. You know, I like when you go to that slot and you throw that slant to him. It's an easier throw than throwing to a guy way out wide. A lot of times I find that matchup I want in the slot and I go attack him.
On second and goal, he carries again. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Fielded in the end zone, it's Durant. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
To throw, it's Murphy. Makes the grab.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
And the Beavers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Caught in the backfield, it's Card. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. And they force a negative play.
The Red Raider crowd rides try to pick up the first through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Clemens. Running wide open down the gut of the field. The 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Oregon State.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they tacked on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the score comes with a quick strike up top covering 79 yards. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looking downfield, it's Morton. Grabbed over the middle, it's Douglas. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. On the run, it's Joyner. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives him.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Red Raiders look to keep this drive humming. Handoff from the gun. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. Looking to fire. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The Red Raiders come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Looking to pass. It's Morton. Good timing on the quick out. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He'll bring it out. It's Carr. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Powers through the defender. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
From the gun, give on the inside. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Dropping back, it's Murphy. Keeps looking downfield. He won't have enough for the first down as the defense able to corral him. It'll be fourth down. The Beavers send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Makes the quick grab. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The quick out. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Quarterback making adjustments. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Quick completion on the out. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. This offense will snap it from the 42 on first and 10. They're going to run it.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Got it in the middle, it's Virgil. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw. It's Morton. Catch in the middle. It's Hudson. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down. The inside handoff. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Red Raiders have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Coming out with it, it's Card. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Murphy. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help Tech on this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Card. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Beavers moving quickly to the line. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Walker. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Looking downfield very late in the half. Under fire. He'll throw it. Makes the catch. It's Clemens. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Wants to throw on 3rd. Caught close to the marker. It's Hankerson. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Lubbock. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Jones AT&T Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Beavers will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. They get to the line quickly. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Red Raiders with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Quickly complete. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. The give is to Williams. All out of space. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
The Red Raiders will line it up on 1st and 10. Back to pass. It's Morton. Quick completion on the out route. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. And the Red Raiders want to move quickly. Might be changing the route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Hudson. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
The Red Raiders had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll throw it from the red zone. Got it behind the line. It's Williams. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Really nice job by the quarterback getting through his progression. He wanted to throw that football down the field, but nobody was open. He never forgot about his running back, running the swing route, spitting it out to the perimeter, and letting him do the rest for a touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Georgia State is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up by 21 over the Groupers. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Gives it on the option. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season. They have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Using his legs, it's Hankerson. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. To the air, it's Murphy. Oh, they're after him. He'll pull it down. And the ball's on the ground. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Wide open spaces. Touchdown, Red Raiders. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield. You're trying to find an open guy. You're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you. They knock it out. You got to do a better job next time of keeping 2 hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Card. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Caught behind the line. It's Walker.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
from the gun, the ground game. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Second and short equals bow up, be physical, move a hole, get a gap, let my back fall forward. That back had nowhere to run, no push up front. Got to be more physical, Jesse, on those second down and short situations.
So for that point, David, I think you got to stick with it if you're on offense. As a staff, challenge your guys to get some push up front. You've recruited this position really well. You need these guys to move some bodies because you've got a talented guy in the backfield that can hurt this defense if you just give him a crease.
As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. The Beavers have a first down.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration so my running back can fall forward just like that and get the first down.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Caught in the backfield, it's Durant.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
The Beavers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Johnson wants to throw it. Sets up the screen. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And the Beavers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Wells. There he goes. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. 8th play of the drive coming up. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to keep it in the air. Snagged out of the air. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Beavers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. To the ground with the back. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
The Beavers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Holds and fires complete to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Got the quick pass. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
On 3rd down, going up top. They wrap him up. He tried to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's stopped in the backfield.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football, and they're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack to try to slow this momentum down.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Bringing the heat. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw, it's Morton. Floats it out in space. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
He might want another play. Snap from the gun on third down. With the catch, it's Williams. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And the Red Raiders want to pick up the tempo. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Makes a grab past the marker. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Carter. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The offense in hurry-up mode. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. The Red Raiders come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth. Lets it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Johnson looking to throw. Pressure coming. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollock and